At the beginning of the drama, we see Dong-gu waking up to the sound of his mobile ringtone. He finds out that the water supply to his guest house has been cut off due to non-payment of the bill, which worries him a lot because he doesn't have the money to pay the bill. Just then, he hears Jun-ki shouting, who is in the shower when the water runs out. He is angry at Dong-gu because he thinks he played a prank on him. Dong-gu tells him, "I don't have time to prank you. The water supply has been cut off, and we don't have the money to pay the bill." So he says, "You are the CEO. Why don't you have money?" Then he starts getting angry at Jun-ki and Do-shik. "I rented this guest house because I listened to you both. You said Chinese customers would come here, and we would have a lot of money to make our movie. But look now, no one comes here, and I have suffered such a loss because I listened to you, and I still have a lot of loans to pay." Then Dong-gu angrily goes to his room, and he hears a baby crying. As soon as he pulls back the curtain, he finds a cute little baby lying there, and all three of them are shocked to see her. They wonder whose baby this is, and who left her here. Just then, the baby starts crying, so Dong-gu tries to pick her up to quiet her down. But in the process, the baby's poop gets on his hand, so he quickly runs to the washroom. After cleaning his hands, when he looks at the baby, she is crying a lot. So Dong-gu and his friends decide to change her diaper, which is a hard task for all of them. When the three of them manage to do it, they are very happy. Then the three of them decide that if the baby's guardian doesn't come by tomorrow, they will hand her over to the police. But this proves costly for Dong-gu, because Jun-ki and Do-shik both run away from there, making work excuses. That's why Dong-gu has to take care of the baby himself. Then suddenly, his girlfriend, So-ah, calls him over and breaks up with him. He asks her the reason, and So-ah lists many of his flaws, which shocks Dong-gu. He then angrily takes off his couple ring and throws it away. After this, we are shown Jun-ki, who has gotten a role in a drama, but his director is very strict. He signals with his index finger, which the other person has to understand, otherwise he fires that person. That's why Jun-ki is thinking, "I don't know how the other people understand his finger signals." Then he comes back home with Do-shik, where Dong-gu tells them about his breakup. Instead of understanding his sorrow, they start getting angry at him. "You left your ring there too? If we had it, we could have at least paid the water bill." Dong-gu starts to ask them to take care of the baby, but before he can, they both go to their rooms and fall asleep. Dong-gu was tired of taking care of the baby, and there was no water at home, so he decides to go get the ring and sell it. The ring is in So-ah's office, so Dong-gu has to go there and find it. Then So-ah also sees him selling the ring, which makes him even more embarrassed. The next day, when Jun-ki goes to the set, he sees that everyone is understanding the director's signals. He thinks, "If I can't understand, he will fire me." Then, during the shot, when he points toward Jun-ki, Jun-ki doesn't understand, but he guesses and thanks him, which makes the director happy, and he invites Jun-ki to dinner. But after dinner, when he is about to leave, he runs into the director in the washroom, who tells him to wipe the food off his face. But this time, Jun-ki's guess is wrong. He thinks the director is asking for a kiss, so he starts to kiss him, which makes the director fire Jun-ki. At night, the three of them are sitting sadly. They all decide that they will now give up on their dream project of making a movie. Then, when they are coming back with the baby's food, some visitors come to them, attracted by the baby's cuteness. So Jun-ki asks them to stay at their guest house, and they agree while looking at the baby. This leads to a rush of customers at their guest house. The three of them feel that this baby has proven to be lucky for them, but when they are preparing her food, someone comes and takes the baby away. When the three of them chase after her, they find out that she is the baby's mother, whose name is Yuna. She explains, "I didn't have money for the baby's food, so I left the baby here." Now, the three of them ask her to stay there for the night, but this room belongs to Dong-gu's sister, Seo-jin, who gets scared upon seeing her. She thinks she has come to kill her, so she starts screaming. Everyone comes to her room, but Seo-jin still has to share the room with Yuna. The next morning, as Yuna is leaving, Do-shik asks her to have breakfast with them. But just then, the baby gets hungry, so Yuna starts breastfeeding her right there, which makes the three of them leave in embarrassment. But then Yuna tells them that she needs a breast pump, for which the three of them have to go to the market. When they come out with the breast pump, Dong-gu sees So-ah. Seeing her, he thinks, "I have to patch up with So-ah somehow." Thinking this, he follows her and is about to apologize when So-ah's boyfriend comes to her. Seeing him, Dong-gu hides his face and lies down on the ground. So-ah's boyfriend thinks he is very sick, so he starts to help him up. But Dong-gu keeps lying there, hiding his face like that. Just then, an ambulance arrives. The ambulance staff starts to lift him, but he somehow hides his face and runs away from there. When he comes home, he finds out that Yuna is still there, which makes him even angrier. The next day, Joon-ki is putting on makeup on his face for a movie shoot. Actually, he does extra roles, but even in those, his performance is so bad that the studio people throw him out. And on the other hand, Do-shik is a writer, but reading his stories makes it seem like he is a children's writer. Now, to make a good impression on Yoon-na, they both start insulting each other. So Dong-gu comes and tells them to stop fighting. They say to Dong-gu, "Whatever we are better than you, because whatever work you have ever done, you have only messed it up." Hearing this, Dong-gu feels very insulted, so he starts fighting with both of them. Then Seo-jin comes and tells them to calm down. So they start fighting with her too, saying, "You are also a boy like us because you also have beard hairs like us." Hearing this, Seo-jin also starts fighting with them. Yoon-na is watching them and thinking, "How will I survive among these people?" Then, while fighting, they all have made a big mess in the house. Then, Joon-ki gives an idea. Whoever can put on the pants without using their hands won't have to do the house cleaning, and he even puts them on in front of them. But both of them also leave him alone and run away. So out of fear of Seo-jin, he has to do all the work. Then, after a while, we see him going in a strange getup. This is the demand of his shoot, but when he reaches the set, the shooting is cancelled. The director tells him not to remove the makeup because it is expensive, but when he gets on the bus to go home, there is no seat on the bus. And for fear of ruining the makeup, Joon-ki has to strike such poses that people on the bus start laughing at him and making videos of him. But just then, a man takes Joon-ki's wallet and runs away. Then, when he comes home, everyone is scared to see him. Now the police have found his wallet, so they ask Joon-ki to come to the police station. When he gets there, everyone thinks he is a monster, so they point their pistols at him. But later, he explains to everyone, "I am a man, not a monster." Then he takes the wallet and leaves. Seeing all this, Yoon-na realizes if she has to live here, she will have to cook for them. But she doesn't know how to cook, so after eating her food, everyone gets sick. They all sit around the bathroom and take turns going to the bathroom. Seo-jin doesn't vacate the bathroom, so they have to go outside. Do-shik and Dong-gu find a bathroom, but Dong-gu can't find a vacant bathroom even after searching a lot. But on the way, he meets So-ah, and seeing her, he gets confused about whether to talk about patching up with her or to find a bathroom for himself. He tries to say something to her, but his condition is very weird, so he starts running towards the bathroom. In the end, he finds a bathroom that someone is buying and taking away. He uses it, but its owner sees him and scolds him a lot, and then gives him the bathroom and leaves. The next day, Seo-jin is going to meet her crush, Song-hyun, so she is very happy. But they both accidentally get locked in a room at the office, where Seo-jin's beard starts to become visible due to sweating. This makes her worried that if Song-hyun sees her like this, he will break up with her. So she hits him on the head with something and knocks him out. In the next scene, Dong-gu takes Yoon-na to the supermarket. There, he sees So-ah with her boyfriend. Dong-gu finds out that her boyfriend is the owner of a Thai restaurant, so he gets very jealous. Then, to make So-ah jealous, he calls Yoon-na, his girlfriend. He tells So-ah, "I have found a very good girlfriend now, so there is no need for you anymore." Dong-gu has been in a relationship with So-ah for a long time, so he is having trouble moving on. He tells this to Joon-ki and Do-shik. So Do-shik says, "You should go to So-ah's boyfriend's restaurant with Yoon-na and pretend that you are very happy with Yoon-na. So-ah will definitely get jealous of this, and maybe she will come back into your life." Then, after a lot of practice, they both go to that restaurant and act very well there. Seeing this, So-ah gets a little jealous, but Dong-gu makes a mistake. On the way back, he forgets Yoon-na's purse there. When So-ah comes to return it, she sees the baby and asks about her. Dong-gu says, "This baby belongs to Joon-ki, and his girlfriend gave her to him and went somewhere." But So-ah sees Yoon-na feeding the baby, and then, after torturing Joon-ki a little, she finds out the truth. Then she goes to Dong-gu and slaps him hard. At this, Dong-gu thinks that So-ah will never patch up with him now. In this worry, he drinks a lot. On the other hand, Song-hyun has also seen Seo-jin with a beard. She is also crying when Song-hyun comes there like a hero. He tells her, "It's okay that you have a beard on your face, I will still make you my girlfriend." Hearing this, Seo-jin happily hugs him. But when their dating starts, Seo-jin sees Song-hyun's nose bleeding. When she asks about it, he says, "I take a lot of work stress." But he picks his nose with his little finger so harshly that his nose starts to bleed. Seo-jin feels very bad seeing him doing this. He starts feeding Seo-jin with those same dirty hands, to which Seo-jin refuses by saying, "I'm not hungry." On the other hand, Yoon-na can't bear to see Dong-gu's sad face, so she decides to talk to So-ah. But we see that the next day, Dong-gu sees a colleague of Do-shik and starts to attract her. He follows her everywhere and finally gets her number somehow. Meanwhile, Yoon-na goes to So-ah and requests her a lot to patch up with Dong-gu, but So-ah refuses and throws Yoon-na out of her office. When Yoon-na can't find any solution, she grabs her bag and runs, and while running, she goes to Dong-gu. So-ah is also coming after her. Then we see Seo-jin, who is fed up with Song-hyun's bad habit and tells him, "You should stop doing this." But Song-hyun can't quit this habit. Whenever he gets a chance, he starts doing the same thing again. And when Seo-jin forces him too much, he starts insulting her in the restaurant. "I have made a bearded girl like you my girlfriend, so why are you stopping me from this habit of mine?" Then there is a big fight between them and both of them break up and leave. On the other hand, Yoon-na brings So-ah to Dong-gu with great effort, but he is talking on the phone with Do-shik's colleague. Seeing him like this, Yoon-na realizes that she felt Dong-gu's pain too much, while he has now become normal. Then So-ah tells Dong-gu, "I have moved on. It would be better for you to forget me." So-ah's words get stuck in Dong-gu's mind. The next day, he starts planning for his future. He tells Do-shik and Joon-ki, "I will now think about my dream project. I want to become a producer." Do-shik wants to do writing, while Joon-ki will play the hero's role in that movie. Seeing these three, Yoon-na also remembers her dream, which was to become a rapper, but she has no knowledge about it. In the next scene, we see Joon-ki has a performance for which the director demands him to get a full body wax. He also goes and gets waxed in the greed of the role, but the next day, he finds out that the person he got waxed from is his girlfriend's younger sister. That's why she tells Joon-ki, "My sister has seen your body parts before me," which is a very insulting thing for me. But Joon-ki thinks he will convince her later. But later, he is fighting with Seo-jin over noodles, and accidentally, hot noodles fall on his private parts. At this, he walks to the hospital. Later, he finds out that the doctor treating him is his girlfriend's mom. Now, during the treatment, she sees Joon-ki's private part because it is their profession. But because of this, Joon-ki's girlfriend breaks up with him. But the sad part is that the role for which Joon-ki endured all this, he doesn't get that role either. So he sits there and starts crying. In the next scene, we see Joon-ki making some funny poses. Then we find out that he is doing a jeans advertisement. But Joon-ki's bad luck, his jeans tear at the same time and everyone sees his underwear live and starts making fun of him. Due to so much insult, Joon-ki is left speechless. But everyone likes his expressions, which is why he goes viral. After this, Joon-ki gets the role of a kidnapper in a movie in which Korea's best actress is going to work as a heroine. Joon-ki is happy to hear this, but when he sees the actress on the set, she doesn't even talk to him, but instead starts breaking the things kept there in anger. Then the director tells him that whatever role she gets lost in it. In this movie, she has to play the role of a mother whose child gets kidnapped. She is just angry at that kidnapper and is taking out her anger like this. But during the shoot, the actress, Joon-ki, is the kidnapper, so she hits him a lot. In the end, she is about to strangle him when the director says to cut the scene, because of which Joon-ki's life is saved. But he is still happy that he will be seen on TV. Later, he finds out that he got this role because of his dad. Joon-ki's dad is a famous actor, yes, but Joon-ki doesn't live with his dad. In the next scene, we see that Dong-gu has got a photography job at a baby's birthday party, but the baby starts crying looking at his face. So Dong-gu calls Yoon-na to quiet the baby, who, after calming the baby, puts the dress lying next to her on her own daughter and starts clicking her pictures. The grandmother of the child whose birthday it was comes and takes Seul, mistaking her for her grandson. But later they find out, so they get Yoon-na and Dong-gu thrown out of the party as well. Going home, Dong-gu asks Yoon-na, "Why did you put their baby's dress on her?" To which Yoon-na says, "I also wish I could buy new dresses for my daughter and celebrate her birthday too. But I don't have money, so I couldn't resist seeing that dress and I put it on my daughter." She starts crying along with it. The next day, Dong-gu prepares to celebrate Yoon-na's baby Seol's birthday, which makes Yoon-na happy. Seo-jin is curious about who Seol's dad is and why he left Yoon-na, so Dong-gu checks Yoon-na's mobile. He saves the number that has been called the most because he thinks this is Seol's father. Then he goes to meet that man with Joon-ki. Going there, they find out that the man also has a girlfriend, whom he is going to marry. Now they are talking about Yoon-na and Seol, and that man also overhears their conversation. Then at night, he comes to meet Yoon-na. Actually, Yoon-na had dated him, but he was not Seol's dad, so he insults Yoon-na a lot. "You are calling your baby mine because you want money from me. You can take as much money as you want, but stop doing this. I am getting married." Hearing all this, Dong-gu angrily punches that man. But next, we see that Dong-gu has started to like Yoon-na. Then, Yoon-na also gives up on her dream of being a rapper and decides to open a baking shop in which Dong-gu helps her. He sends her to a baking academy, and Yoon-na also goes there happily, where she meets a man named Jun. He starts to like Yoon-na. When he comes to drop Yoon-na home, Dong-gu gets very jealous seeing them together like that. In the next scene, Jun-ki is offered a role, but for that, the director asks him to lose weight, for which Jun-ki agrees. Then Seo-jin helps him in his weight loss. On the other hand, Yoon-na's colleague Jun comes to meet her. He looks like a simple, good boy, but in reality, he was not like that. He tries to touch Yoon-na on various pretexts. Dong-gu notices him doing this, so he tells everyone, this guy's intentions are not right, but no one believes him. Then, on the pretext of going to the washroom, Jun goes into Yoon-na's bedroom and starts smelling her things and dresses. Dong-gu sees this and calls everyone there, but he makes an excuse. I had to buy a dress for Yoon-na, so I was checking her size. Now people believe him again, but Dong-gu is still looking at him with suspicion. Then, while taking something out, a girl's garment falls out of his pocket, which shocks everyone, and then they push him out of there. On the other hand, Do-shik is called by a producer. He looks at his stories and advises him to write an erotic type of novel. Do-shik had not written this type of novel before, so first, he has to watch erotic movies, which makes him feel terrible. There, Jun-ki, who had lost weight through dieting and exercise, is refused the role by the director because the hero was now ready to do that role. Jun-ki then angrily curses the director a lot. In the next scene, we see that Dong-gu has not paid the guest house rent, so his landlord comes to collect the rent. As soon as she arrives, she asks them to leave the guest house. They all ask her for some time, but she doesn't listen to them. Then a plan comes to Jun-ki's mind. He says, Yoon-na is Seol's mom, and she has cancer. We don't even have money to buy diapers for Seol. Hearing this, the landlord gets a little emotional and believes their words. But she is so sad about Yoon-na's cancer that she decides she will send her off from this world happily. That's why she decides to get her married to Dong-gu. Then the landlord makes all the arrangements for their wedding and then gets them married. She then sends them on a honeymoon, but before the flight, the owner finds out about their lie. She overhears Do-shik talking to Jun-ki that they have fooled the landlord. She then stops Dong-gu and Yoon-na and asks them to pay all the expenses incurred in the wedding and gives them a month's time. After this, when Dong-gu is coming home, he meets So-ah on the way. Her boyfriend has run away with her money, so she cries a lot, hugging Dong-gu. Then Dong-gu takes pity on her and brings her home for the night. The next day, So-ah thinks, I'll sell my designer bags and earn some money, which will arrange for me to stay somewhere. So she goes out with the bags, but a girl fools her and runs away with all the bags. On the other hand, Do-shik has prepared the script for the erotic movie, which the director also likes. When he is coming back, his childhood friend Boomy bumps into him, and Do-shik is very happy to see her. But when he finds out that Boomy is going to play the role of the heroine in the erotic movie he has written, he is shocked. Over there, So-ah comes to Dong-gu's house again because she has no place to live now. Dong-gu also gives her a room to live in, which makes everyone think that Dong-gu still has feelings for So-ah. Dong-gu refuses this, but now there is a problem of paying the rent. So Dong-gu tells Jun-ki to return all the money to the landlord because this idea was his, and until you arrange the money, you will not get anything to eat. Hearing this, Jun-ki gets angry and says, I will bring the money to Dong-gu somehow. The next day, the director is holding auditions for the male actor for the erotic movie. Since Do-shik wrote this story, he also involves him in the audition. Do-shik is just thinking that someone else is going to do a bad scene with his first love in the movie. So, out of jealousy, he keeps rejecting every guy. In the end, Jun-ki also comes there to audition, and they both are shocked to see each other. Jun-ki can't believe that Do-shik can write scripts for erotic movies. So Do-shik tells him, has your level fallen so low that you will now work in erotic movies? To which he replies, I have to give money to Dong-gu, so I have to do this work. Now, the director likes Jun-ki's audition among all the auditions, so he hires him for this role. Do-shik gets worried seeing this. My friend will do intimate scenes with my love Boomy, so he tells Jun-ki not to do this role, but Jun-ki doesn't agree. Then Do-shik tells him the truth. The heroine in that movie is my love, so you can't do this role. Jun-ki, seeing his feelings, also gets ready to leave this role. Do-shik gives the money he received for the script to Jun-ki, saying, you give this to Dong-gu. Then Jun-ki, with a full attitude, comes and gives the money to Dong-gu. In the next scene, we see Yoon-na is going to the market to get some things, so Dong-gu also starts to go with her to help. But at the same time, So-ah accidentally breaks a plate, which injures her foot. Dong-gu then starts to bandage her, and Yoon-na has to go to the market alone. On the other hand, Do-shik has come to a restaurant with Boomy to celebrate her birthday. There, some boys recognize Boomy and start saying dirty things to her, which makes Boomy cry. So Do-shik, seeing her like this, goes and starts beating up those boys. There, Dong-gu finds out on TV that a fire has broken out in the area where Yoon-na has gone to the market. So he starts running towards Yoon-na. He sees Yoon-na is fine there, so he hugs her. When Yoon-na asks him the reason for the hug, Dong-gu, to hide his feelings, says, "Whenever I worry about someone, I hug them. It's a normal thing for me." He loves Yoon-na, but he doesn't want to tell Yoon-na about his feelings. So now he thinks, "I will not talk to Yoon-na." In the next scene, while eating food, Seo-jin on her mobile tells Joon-ki after seeing people live, "Nowadays, people are earning a lot by going live." Hearing this, Joon-ki also starts a live session while eating chicken. So a man comments to him, "If you eat its bones instead of the chicken, I will give you 100 points. Joon-ki also falls for his words and eats a plate of bones. So he gets 100 points, but this increases Joon-ki's greed even more. He starts eating the bones of various animals. On the other hand, Dong-gu is ignoring Yoon-na, which makes Yoon-na think that maybe he is angry with her. So she starts apologizing to him, but Dong-gu leaves from there without talking to her. So Yoon-na goes to Seo-jin and asks for her help to appease Dong-gu. So Seo-jin tells her, if you apologize to him in a cute way, he will surely agree. So Yoon-na apologizes to Dong-gu in a cute, childish way. She also makes cute videos of herself and sends them to him, which makes Dong-gu love Yoon-na even more. He is standing outside Yoon-na's room thinking about how cute she is and how he can ignore her. But the next room is So-ah's, and seeing Dong-gu, she thinks that he has come to see her. Now we see Do-shik, who wants to propose to Boomy, for which Joon-ki advises him to go straight, hold her hand, and tell her his feelings. He does the same, but instead of listening to him, Boomy starts hitting him. Actually, whenever someone touches Boomy, she hits them like that. After getting beaten by her, he goes with her to an exhibition of an erotic movie, where different numbers are put up for Boomy's bikini to be sold. Whichever number Boomy selects will get her bikini. Now that number turns out to be Do-shik's, so he gets Boomy's bikini. On the other hand, Joon-ki has so much pain in his stomach from eating bones that he faints during the live session, and he has to be taken to the hospital. But after coming back, he sees that his live session was left on, and his subscribers have increased. Seeing this, Joon-ki becomes happy that at least eating bones had some benefit. But later he finds out that these subscribers have increased not because of him, but because of the other members of the house. Actually, Seo-jin did not know that the live session was on. She sits there and starts shaving. The viewers find it very funny to see her. Then Dong-gu's actions are also captured in the session. He had bought a coat for Yoon-na. He practices giving it to her right there, which the viewers like. Now, seeing that video, everyone in the house thinks that he has brought this coat for So-ah. That is, he still has feelings for So-ah in his heart. So So-ah talks to her friends about dating him, so that he can move on by telling So-ah. Then we see Boomy, whose scenes are very romantic, for which she is not comfortable. So Do-shik tells her that if she does not want to do this role, she shouldn't. Then we find out that Boomy did not want to work in erotic movies. She had come to work in dramas from the beginning. But for more money, they have to work in these movies. Now she can't work in normal dramas either, because now she is an erotic artist. So no one will cast her. Do-shik feels bad for her. So he goes to the director and says that Boomy will not do this work anymore. But then he finds out that Boomy has signed a contract for which she has already taken the payment. If she leaves the movie, she will have to return all the money. Do-shik also speaks like a hero. "I will pay Boomy's money. Don't bother her." But arranging the money is very difficult for Do-shik. Then, Joon-ki takes him with him for gambling, where they lose again and again, due to which they don't even have money to go back home. They are both walking back when they see Seo-jin lying unconscious somewhere. They take money from Seo-jin's pocket and go for gambling again. Now at home, Dong-gu tells So-ah's friend, "I don't like you, but there is someone else in my heart." She says, "That means you like Yoon-na." She had guessed it. Dong-gu tells her, "Yes, I like Yoon-na, but you keep this a secret from So-ah." But she immediately tells So-ah this. Then So-ah asks Dong-gu directly. Seeing Dong-gu's reactions, So-ah becomes sure that he likes Yoon-na. Just then, Yoon-na arrives, and So-ah is about to tell her, but Dong-gu stops So-ah and takes her to a separate room. There, he requests So-ah not to tell Yoon-na anything. After much persuasion, So-ah agrees. Dong-gu tells So-ah to give the coat to Yoon-na as well, because he bought it only for Yoon-na. The next morning at breakfast time, Seo-jin tells Dong-gu that Yoon-na is not able to take care of herself while taking care of baby Sol and doing all the household chores. That's why she's getting weaker. At night, Yoon-na falls asleep while reading her baking class book. Dong-gu comes and looks at her in a cute way, and while watching, he also falls asleep with her at the table. In the morning, Seo-jin sees them both sleeping like this and asks, "Why did you two sleep here like this?" Yoon-na says she was tired and fell asleep while reading the book. Dong-gu also makes an excuse, "I had a little drink in the evening, and I didn't even realize where I came and fell asleep." Then Yoon-na gets up and goes to make breakfast for everyone. Dong-gu, seeing her so tense, says, "A lot of pressure has come on you. Please take some rest." Yoon-na says, "No, I'm fine." But Dong-gu insists, "I will do all your work, you rest for a few days." So Yoon-na agrees. In the evening, Boomy meets Do-shik. She says, "I know you like me, but you are a very good person. The fact that you like an erotic movie star like me feels strange to me." She says, "You deserve better than me." After that, she tells him that she is leaving Korea and going to China because she no longer wants to live in Korea with her identity. That's why she wants Do-shik to forget her. Do-shik is very hurt by this. Meanwhile, Joon-ki had gotten a respectable role as a lawyer for the first time. But because of Seo-jin, his wig accidentally burns, so the director rejects him. This leads to another fight between Joon-ki and Seo-jin. The next morning, when Seo-jin was going for her job interview, Joon-ki secretly sticks a poster on her back, a poster for an oil for bald people. When Seo-jin goes for the interview, she gives a good interview, but in the end, an interviewer sees the poster stuck on her back, and that man is also bald. This makes him think that Seo-jin is making fun of him, and instead of getting the job, she is insulted and thrown out. Seo-jin understands that Joon-ki did all this. Next, we see that Seo-jin is still feeling sad about the interview incident, and seeing this, Joon-ki's mood also gets off. So he then arranges for Seo-jin to have another chance at the interview. And this time, Seo-jin gives such a good interview that she gets selected for the job. To celebrate, they go to a restaurant and drink a lot. In her drunk state, Joon-ki looks like a handsome guy to Seo-jin, and she kisses him. After this, they both come home. In his drunk state, Joon-ki breaks Dong-gu's camera that was on the table, which he loved very much. He had named it Olivia. When Joon-ki sobers up, he remembers that he broke Dong-gu's camera last night. Therefore, he starts to get scared of Dong-gu's anger. He didn't remember about the kiss with Seo-jin last night, but Seo-jin remembers the kiss. So she also gets scared that if Dong-gu finds out about this, he will kill both her and Joon-ki. Now Joon-ki is worried about the broken camera. So he goes to Seo-jin and says, "We should tell Dong-gu about the mistake we made last night," meaning breaking the camera. But Seo-jin thinks he is talking about the kiss. So she says, "What's the need to tell Dong-gu about this? We can keep this a secret." So Joon-ki also thinks she is right. Dong-gu won't even know who broke his camera. After some time, Dong-gu finds the camera lying on the ground. So he gets mad with anger seeing it broken, and he calls everyone in the house and starts asking about it. Seeing Dong-gu angry, Joon-ki gets scared. He tells Seo-jin, "We should tell Dong-gu." Seo-jin still thinks he is talking about the kiss, so she tells him, "We will keep this secret a secret." Hearing this, Joon-ki thinks how selfish she is. Her brother is so sad about the camera, and she is asking to keep this a secret. In the next scene, we see that Yoon-na's baking class chef has a crush on Yoon-na. So today, he brings her to his pastry shop and gives her permission to practice there, on which Yoon-na becomes happy. While sleeping at night, Joon-ki sees the ghost of Dong-gu's camera, Olivia, inside his comforter, who tells him, "You killed me, so I will not spare you." Seeing this, Joon-ki gets scared. So he goes to Seo-jin and says, "I will tell Dong-gu everything." Seo-jin tries to stop him, but he goes and starts telling Dong-gu everything. Seo-jin comes and shuts his mouth, but Joon-ki scolds her and says, "Enough is enough. We will tell the truth." In this misunderstanding, they both tell about the kiss along with Olivia being broken. So Dong-gu runs after them to beat them, and they both are also running to save their lives. Then they both somehow calm Dong-gu down, and Dong-gu also forgives them both. But he warns them that they should never be seen close to each other. The next day, Dong-gu goes to the director and says, "I am ready to work with you." He also decides to tell Yoon-na his feelings. After the baking class, her chef drops Yoon-na home. Dong-gu also comes home at that time, and seeing Yoon-na alone, he confesses his feelings to her. Just then, Yoon-na's chef also comes to give Yoon-na's phone. He overhears their entire conversation. Yoon-na rejects Dong-gu's proposal. Dong-gu tells her, "I will take responsibility for you and your baby, Soul." But Yoon-na still doesn't agree, which breaks Dong-gu's heart. He asks Yoon-na the reason in front of everyone in the house. So she says, "I don't like you," which makes Dong-gu sad, and he sits outside drinking. So comes to him. So he says, "What is lacking in me that Yoon-na is refusing me?" So says, "You think you are too smart. I know what the reality is." Then Dong-gu goes to the washroom, while So gets a call from her brother. So Ah had told them that she is in the USA with her boyfriend. She had not told her brother about her boyfriend's fraud because her brother is a gangster who would kill her boyfriend upon finding out. So Ah receives the call and pretends that she is very happy in the USA with her boyfriend, but at the same time, he is also passing by from there, who sees So Ah, which makes him angrily point a gun at So Ah. Just then, Song-gu also comes from the washroom, so Ah, to save him from her brother's anger, calls Dong-gu her boyfriend, and also says that she and Dong-gu are getting married soon. Now hearing this, So Ah's brother becomes happy, and he comes with them to their house. Jun-ki, out of fear of him, hides in the cupboard in front because, in the past, Jun-ki had an affair with his girlfriend, and because of Jun-ki, So Ah's brother had a breakup, so he considers Jun-ki his enemy. Do-shik knew everything, so he lies that Jun-ki died in a car accident. Now Jun-ki is waiting for him to leave, but So Ah's brother gets a call that the match that was supposed to happen tomorrow has been postponed, and it will happen after 2 days, so he decides that he will spend 2 days here. Hearing this, everyone is shocked, and Jun-ki inside the cupboard is also praying that he somehow leaves from there. But So Ah's brother sits in the TV lounge watching a drama, which gives Jun-ki no chance to get out of the cupboard. Now in the middle of the night, Jun-ki has to go to the washroom, which he cannot control. So Ah's brother is sitting outside, so he cannot go out. So he calls Dong-gu and Do-shik, but Do-shik is asleep, and Dong-gu does not see his mobile, so Jun-ki messages Seo-jin for help. Seo-jin does not want to help him, but ever since she kissed Jun-ki, she has had feelings for him. Then she comes to the TV lounge with an empty bottle. So Ah's brother asks her what she has come to do, so she says, "I left some of my things here. I have come to get them." Then she secretly gives the bottle to Jun-ki. Then Jun-ki starts to use the washroom, but So Ah's brother outside also hears the sound of the washroom and says, "What is this sound?" So Seo-jin, to distract him, turns up the volume of the TV. The next day, Do-shik sees Dong-gu, who is repeatedly writing on a copy, "Why did Yoon-na reject me? What is lacking in me?" So Do-shik says, "There is nothing lacking in you. You must not have proposed to Yoon-na properly. If you propose to her well, maybe she will agree." Hearing this, Dong-gu again starts planning to propose to Yoon-na. In the afternoon, So Ah's brother goes out for a while, so seeing the opportunity, Jun-ki comes out of the cupboard. But just then, So Ah's brother comes back there, and seeing Jun-ki, he points his pistol at him. So Jun-ki, scared, says, "I am not who you think I am. I am not Jun-ki, I am his twin brother." So Ah's brother does not believe his lie, so Jun-ki starts acting to convince him, "I have no identity of my own. Even after Jun-ki's death, everyone calls me by his name." Now So Ah's brother believes him to be true, but he says, "You are his brother, so take me to his grave." So Jun-ki, after some thought, takes So Ah's brother to a riverside and tells him that his ashes were scattered here. So Ah's brother sits there and starts crying a lot. So seeing him cry, Jun-ki also gets sad. He tells him, "Brother, I am alive." Now, as soon as he hears this, So Ah's brother stops crying and starts beating up Jun-ki. He tells him, "What did you think? That I would forgive you? Now I will tell you what it's called to trap someone's girlfriend." In the next scene, So Ah's ex-boyfriend is seen at a store, so she goes after him. He also starts running after seeing her. Just then, Do-shik comes in front of him. He beats So Ah's boyfriend a lot, but still, So Ah's money is not returned to him. Seeing her sad, Do-shik says, "What if you didn't get the money? You can earn it again. But don't give up on your dream of becoming a model." On the other hand, Yoon-na comes home, so Dong-gu proposes to her again. He had decorated the 3rd floor of the house with a lot of effort, but Yoon-na rejects him this time too. So Dong-gu tells her, "What's wrong with me that you don't like me?" To which she replies, "No matter what you do, my answer will be no." Dong-gu gets so upset by Yoon-na's words that he tells her, "Now I will stop myself from liking you." Just then, So Ah's brother comes there with Jun-ki. Hearing all this, he finds out that Dong-gu is not dating his sister. So Ah has lied to him. Then when So Ah comes home, her brother asks her to go with him. But So Ah emotionally tells her brother that she will not give up on her dreams. So her brother comforts her, forgives her, and gives her permission to try for her dreams. In the next scene, we see Seo-jin's feelings for Jun-ki are increasing. Whenever she sees him, her heartbeat becomes fast. Now Jun-ki goes to his director to talk about a role, and the director gives him a role because of Seo-jin, because he has started to like her. He asks Jun-ki to set him up with Seo-jin. So in the evening, Jun-ki calls Seo-jin and says, "I will give you a treat today." So Seo-jin gets ready nicely to meet Jun-ki, but Jun-ki introduces Seo-jin to the director. He requests her, "For my sake, please tolerate him. If you do this, I will get a good role." So Seo-jin starts talking to the director in the restaurant, but the director's hearing sense is weak. so Seo-jin has to shout every word to him, which makes her a joke in the restaurant because everyone in the restaurant is listening to their conversation. In the next scene, when Dong-gu comes home, Do-shik tells him that Yoon-na has not come home. Her bakery's chef is sick, so she has gone to his house to meet him. Dong-gu doesn't like Yoon-na being alone with the chef, so he reaches the chef's house. Just then, Do-shik calls Yoon-na and tells her that her baby Sol is crying. So Yoon-na quickly starts to leave from there and tells Dong-gu to take care of the chef. After Yoon-na leaves, the chef goes to the washroom, but he can't get up because of the injury, so he can't even pull up his pants. So he calls out to Dong-gu. Dong-gu comes forward to help him, but he can see the chef's private part, so he gets very nervous. Next, we are shown that Seo-jin musters up the courage to tell Joon-ki about her feelings, but Joon-ki says, "I don't see anything girly in you. I don't even consider you a woman, so how can I like you?" Seo-jin is hurt by Joon-ki's rejection. She sends Joon-ki out of the room and starts crying a lot herself. Joon-ki is knocking on her door. In the meantime, Dong-gu arrives, and he asks Joon-ki why he is knocking on his sister's door. "I told you to stay away from my sister." Now Dong-gu angrily takes Joon-ki to his room, and he beats him up for knocking on Seo-jin's door. So, while watching TV, tells everyone that she had a dream in her childhood. "I will become a fashion designer." To which Joon-ki says, "It seems that after 29 years, you now remember your childhood dream. You are not even of the age to do all this. And to be honest, you won't be able to do anything." Hearing Joon-ki's words, she gets hurt. So Do-shik motivates her by saying that age is just a number. You can still do a lot. And if you say so, I will help you in your studies. So-ah also gets ready to study, but teaching. So-ah costs Do-shik a lot, because So-ah is such a big dumb that she can't even read books properly. She starts speaking wrong English words in front of Do-shik to look cool, like Misty for mistake, fabric for favorite. Dong-gu has gone out of the city for shooting. For some days, he has neither been able to sleep nor has he gone home. That's why he is now missing Yoon-na a lot. Then Dong-gu gets a break from work, in which instead of resting, he goes to Yoon-na's workplace to meet her. Going there, he lies to Yoon-na, "I've just come here for work." Now Yoon-na is hungry, so Dong-gu takes her to a restaurant. But due to fatigue, Dong-gu starts to doze off while talking, in which Yoon-na asks him why he is sleeping. Dong-gu says, "I'm not sleeping. I was just thinking about something with my eyes closed." Now, because of Seo-jin, this hard-of-hearing director gets Joon-ki a role in a drama, which makes Joon-ki very happy. Next, at the director's behest, Joon-ki goes to meet a famous announcer, but this announcer is a very talkative man, that whoever comes to meet him, he talks so much that the person in front goes crazy. Something similar happens with Joon-ki. This crazy man keeps Joon-ki for 2 whole days, talks to him regularly, which makes Joon-ki's condition worse. Somehow, he gets away and goes to his house. Then the director tells Joon-ki that Seo-jin has said yes to date me, so tonight we are both going on a date. Hearing this, Joon-ki realizes that he cannot see Seo-jin with anyone else. He loves her very much, so he will not let her be someone else's. After thinking about all these things, Joon-ki goes to Seo-jin and says, "I will try to love you, so don't go on a date with the director." Seo-jin becomes very happy. In the next scene, So-ah starts telling Do-shik that "you are not teaching me properly because you yourself don't know anything." So Do-shik's mind gets heated hearing this, and he scolds So-ah by saying that studying is not your cup of tea, you are a #1 dumb girl. The next morning, 2 guests come to stay in the house who are friends of Yoon-na's chef. After getting his friends a room, he is talking to Yoon-na when Dong-gu comes there. He gets jealous and tells Yoon-na's chef, "There are so many guest houses here, so why did you bring your friends here?" The chef says that Yoon-na lives here, so I can trust this place. After this, the chef is going to drink with his friends. He asks Yoon-na to come along, but out of jealousy, Dong-gu starts a drinking competition with the chef, and after getting drunk, he creates a scene in front of everyone late into the night. In his intoxicated state, he gives Yoon-na a lot of kisses, then starts to lift Yoon-na in the air. On one side, Dong-gu's drama is going on, and on the other side, Joon-ki is romancing Seo-jin, but he still finds Seo-jin to be a child, so he is not able to get close. Then, at everyone's insistence, Joon-ki goes to watch a movie with her. The movie starts, and there are a lot of kissing scenes in the movie, seeing which Seo-jin also starts to get close to Joon-ki, but as soon as Joon-ki holds Seo-jin's hand, she seems like a child to him, and he is not able to romance her. Next, Yoon-na's chef has come to play a game with his friend, and he is very good with weapons, for which Yoon-na starts praising him. Seeing Yoon-na complimenting him, Dong-gu gets jealous again, and to look cool, he threatens to defeat him in weapons. The The games start between the two. Dong-gu is very good with weapons, and there is an equal competition between the two. But here, Dong-gu stops the game in the middle, saying that I have to go to work now, and in the evening when I come back, we will start the game, and I will definitely defeat you. Dong-gu then goes to his school teacher who has won awards in the game of weapons. He learns all the tips and tricks for weapons from them, so that in the evening he can defeat the chef and impress Yoon-na. Today again, Seo-jin and Joon-ki go on a date. Joon-ki tells her to forgive him. I can't date you because you always seem like a little girl to me. I can't consider you a woman. Seo-jin gets upset. Instead of saying anything, she directly kisses Joon-ki. These two are kissing, and from there Dong-gu comes running, but he is so excited to defeat the chef that he doesn't see Seo-jin and Joon-ki kissing. Then the game starts between Dong-gu and the chef. This scene is very tense. It seems like they are international players and have come to play weapons for their country today. Using the training the teacher taught, Dong-gu wins. For the first time in his life, Dong-gu wins a game, so everyone in the house is surprised. After losing, the chef, leaving, tells Dong-gu in front of everyone that, yes, I like Yoon-na, and I will make her mine. In the next scene, So-ah gets the idea to do business. Hearing this, Do-shik forbids her, but So-ah doesn't listen to Do-shik at all. Instead, she tells him that I will make you the director of my mall, so you won't have to do a part-time job in the store, and you will also get a lot of money. So-ah is trying very hard for the advertisement of her online shopping mall so that people know about her website and shop. In a live video, she forcibly feeds Do-shik dog bones so that seeing this, viewers get attracted and then she can talk to them about her website. In the next scene, we see Dong-gu is in a full rage. Yesterday, Yoona's chef said that he likes Yoon-na, and on top of that, Yoon-na quickly finishes her household chores and goes to bakery practice with him. On the other hand, Joon-ki tells Seo-jin, I will now call you Baeka, not Seo-jin, meaning Baeka will be your nickname. Seo-jin says all this is fine, but now we should tell Dong-gu about our relationship. This scares Joon-ki. He says that you know Dong-gu's anger, and if he finds out the truth, he will surely beat me to death. Before going home, Seo-jin asks Joon-ki for a kiss. Joon-ki starts to blush. He says, Becca, you are very naughty. These two start kissing, and right from there, Dong-gu is passing by who doesn't recognize them from a distance and says, what kind of obscene people are roaming here? They start kissing anywhere. But on looking closely, he recognizes Seo-jin and starts shouting, what is happening? Stop right there, you two. Seeing Dong-gu coming, Joon-ki gets scared and runs away. Now Dong-gu didn't see Joon-ki's face, but the coat that Joon-ki was wearing. This coat was with Joon-ki this morning. Dong-gu understands this, but Seo-jin starts to deny that her lover is none other than Joon-ki. Dong-gu takes a big stick and waits for Joon-ki to come home, thinking that if Seo-jin's boyfriend turns out to be Joon-ki, then today will be his last day. Joon-ki comes home and pretends that he doesn't know anything. So Dong-gu asks him directly, you were the one kissing Seo-jin, right? You are her boyfriend. Joon-ki says, brother, why would I kiss this bearded woman? My days are not that bad yet. Dong-gu says, don't lie. He was also wearing the same coat as you. Joon-ki says, so whoever in the world wears such a coat, will he become this bearded woman's boyfriend? Dong-gu says, if that's the case, then it's fine. Seo-jin will introduce us to her boyfriend tomorrow. Then I will believe that the boyfriend is not you, but someone else. As soon as morning comes, Dong-gu again sits with the same stick and just starts practicing to hit Joon-ki, when Yoon-na is also going to the chef for bakery practice, which makes Dong-gu's condition worse with anger. He starts banging the table loudly. In the evening, they bring a guy as Seo-jin's fake boyfriend, who seems weak in both intellect and looks to Dong-gu. Still, Dong-gu becomes happy. He says that whatever he is, even if he is a joker, he is 1,000 times better than Joon-ki. And the day I get the news that something is going on between Joon-ki and Seo-jin, that day will be Joon-ki's last day. Seo-jin once again starts asking for a kiss from Joon-ki at the same place. Joon-ki says, are you out of your mind? What if Dong-gu sees us? But Seo-jin starts to insist, so Joon-ki kisses her. But Dong-gu sees them this time too, and out of fear of getting caught, Joon-ki runs from there at vampire speed. Dong-gu asks Seo-jin, tell me the truth, is this guy Joon-ki? But Seo-jin repeatedly says that this is my second boyfriend, whom I met this morning, and I felt like kissing him. Then when Joon-ki comes home, seeing his clothes, Dong-gu says, how can such a coincidence happen? Today, Seo-jin's boyfriend was wearing the same coat, meaning yesterday your coat was worn by her boyfriend and today too. Dong-gu now asks to call this boyfriend home too, and that too quickly. Otherwise, he will understand that the boyfriend is Joon-ki himself. Joon-ki immediately brings a guy from the film set to act as the boyfriend, who comes and saves this matter and Joon-ki from getting beaten up. Now, Seo-jin gets tired of all these things. She asks Joon-ki to break up. Joon-ki says that I can't even think of living without you. After you leave, I will die. These two are busy in this fight that once again Dong-gu sees them. This time too, Jun-ki runs away at vampire speed, but he starts scolding Seo-jin. Seo-jin gets very irritated and says, "Why are you after me? Whatever I do, it's my life." Dong-gu says, "If you are having an affair with Jun-ki, then I will do such a thing to you that you have not even dreamed of. I will send you to live in the mountains, and I will make you bald and make you a hermit there. You won't even get a razor there, so you will never be able to remove your beard." Seo-jin gets scared and starts imagining all these things, and she gets very frightened. Then Jun-ki comes home in a drunken state. In his drunken state, Jun-ki is about to reveal all the truth, that he is Seo-jin's boyfriend. But just then, Seo-jin takes the stick from Dong-gu's hand and hits Jun-ki hard on the head, and he faints. Dong-gu asks, "Why did you hit him?" So she says, "I don't feel like listening to his voice, so I made him quiet." Now Dong-gu is confirmed that no, when Seo-jin can knock him out by hitting him, she will never make him her boyfriend. Next, we see that Dong-gu gets an injury on his foot, so Yoon-na takes good care of him. So even after getting well, he pretends, lies on the bed all day, so that Yoon-na doesn't leave him and go back to the chef. Yoon-na is washing his hair when the chef comes. He says, "I was very worried about Dong-gu, so I came to see him." Yoon-na gets a call from Seo-jin. She asks her to give her important documents and leave. Now, as soon as Yoon-na leaves, the chef intentionally spills shampoo water on Dong-gu and forcibly starts changing all of Dong-gu's clothes, in which he also starts making fun of Dong-gu. He sees his private part and starts making inappropriate comments on it. Yoon-na comes home and the chef starts to leave, but before leaving, Dong-gu tells him to forget whatever he has seen today. "You have seen mine, so don't forget. I have also seen yours." So the score is settled. The chef says, "Yes, I didn't come here for you either. I had to meet Yoon-na." Dong-gu says on this matter, "You're not a real man at all. That's why you keep putting on a false act." The chef says, "I am better than you. You are also faking a broken leg." Saying this, he leaves, and after that, Dong-gu gets angry. Dong-gu throws a bottle at the wall in anger, but by mistake, this bottle hits Yoon-na. Seeing this, Dong-gu immediately runs to her. He asks, "Are you okay?" Yoon-na says, "I am fine, but how did you come running? Your leg was broken, right?" Here, Yoon-na also understands Dong-gu's reality. She says, "Since when have you been fooling me?" The movie scene that Jun-ki shot with the stutterer has finally been released today, and Jun-ki is happy showing this scene to everyone again and again. So, after watching the scene, start saying that you look so pathetic in a supporting role, then in the main role, you will make the whole movie a flop. Jun-ki angrily tells her, "So, you just keep quiet. You yourself are a scary witch who doesn't know how to do anything." Then, Jun-ki also gets an offer to do a coffee commercial. No one in the house can believe this because such commercials are given to big models. So, now tells Jun-ki that you are going out, so give me your car keys. Today, I am in the mood to drive. Actually, this is Jun-ki's junk car, which he has named Rebecca, and he loves Rebecca more than his life. He gives the car to So-ah, but at the same time, he also threatens her, "If my Rebecca gets even a single scratch, I will not spare you." So-ha forcibly brings Do-shik with her for driving, but while starting the car, she reveals that I am going to drive for the first time today. Hearing this, Do-shik's mind is blown. Man, this witch will definitely get me killed. He also tells her not to drive, but she says that you just keep quiet and watch. This is all very easy for me. Do-shik quickly gets out of the car and sticks a note on the back saying that a less intelligent girl is driving this car today, so everyone should move to the side. After going some distance, Do-shik tells her to apply the brake, but the brake is broken, which So-ah takes in her hand and asks, "Do-shik, what is this?" Do-shik gets scared seeing the broken brake, so he checks the gear out of fear, and the gear also comes into his hand in one go, meaning not a single thing in this junk Rebecca is right. Do-shik was already scared, and now seeing this, So-ah also starts to fear death. They take the car to a construction site so that they don't have a road accident, but the car is not stopping. And on top of that, So-ah gets acidity while sitting. Unable to bear it, she starts to fart, and so that Do-shik doesn't hear her voice, she honks the car's horn. But the smell goes to Do-shik in the car, so he says, "Oh, so you are farting." So-ah was already insulted. So she also starts saying that you are a #1 idiot. Don't you know that you shouldn't ask a girl when she farts? Morning turns to evening, and this car does not stop. So like So-ah, Do-shik also starts to feel the urge to fart. Both of their stomachs are in a bad state. So-ah gives up and she thinks that this car is not going to stop, so I will have to jump out of the car to poop. She is about to jump out of the car when Do-shik says, "What are you doing? This could kill you." So Ah starts crying and says, "Don't stop me, or I will poop in the car." At this moment, the car stops on its own. Both are very happy that now they will be able to poop, but they find only one toilet paper in the car, which Do-shik refuses to give. But Soa starts to emotionally blackmail Do-shik, and defeated, he gives her the toilet paper. And when he loses control, he starts right there in the car. Then we see Joon-ki. He doesn't get the coffee commercial. He comes home sad, so Yoon-na and Seo-jin start saying positive things to him. Then Do-shik and So-ah come. Do-shik is in So-ah's clothes because he had pooped in his own clothes. Everyone starts asking them what happened. Do-shik is in great shock. He says, "Don't ask us anything. We are in no condition to say anything." The next day, the same ad for coffee comes on TV for which Joon-ki was rejected. But on watching, it is found that a photo has been put on the coffee beans in this ad. Then Joon-ki understands that my face was going to be seen on the coffee beans in this, which would have been very funny. It's a good thing I didn't get this commercial. The next morning, Dong-gu is lighting incense sticks. Actually, today is the 49th day since Olivia died, and Dong-gu is mourning this by lighting incense sticks. He is also taking out his anger for this on Joon-ki. After all, Olivia died because of him. But from there, Do-shik comes running and says in excitement, "I have made something." After a while, it turns out that he has made a slider game. Now these two start playing this game with full enjoyment. At night, Seo-jin is introducing Joon-ki to her friend at dinner, where her friend's boyfriend has also come. And here, Joon-ki starts doing funny, childish activities, which makes them laugh a lot. But Seo-jin starts to feel embarrassed by all these antics. Seo-jin angrily scolds Joon-ki and says, "Stop these childish antics, or it won't be good. I will break up with you." Joon-ki says, "Okay, from now on, I will only do these antics at home." Seo-jin still doesn't agree. So defeated, Joon-ki has to promise that from now on, he will never do those antics. But on coming home, Do-shik asks him to play the same slider game. Joon-ki also wants to play a lot, but he remembers the promise he made to Seo-jin, and the poor guy can't play. Yoon-na's chef gives her money for her hard work at the shop, with which she brings gifts for everyone at home. But she brings such strange gifts that no one likes them. Like she brings an elephant cap for Do-shik, and a yellow tie for Joon-ki's neck, which looks like a noose. She gifts Dong-gu a baby chicken yellow hoodie. Then she takes Dong-gu out for a meal to thank him. Dong-gu wears the same hoodie so that Yoon-na will be happy with him. But there, the chef also comes wearing the same hoodie because Yoon-na has gifted him the same hoodie. These two look at each other with sour faces. Do-shik is sad at home because he has to play this game alone. Then So-ah comes and starts playing with Do-shik. But still, Do-shik is not happy. He says, "You don't play, you don't have the same thing as Joon-ki." So-ah also says in return, "Yes, yes. Only he can play such childish games well because you both are children." Over there, the restaurant they have come to is having its opening ceremony today. That's why there is a couples event going on here. And whoever wins it will get a DSLR camera as a prize. Hearing about the camera, Dong-gu's greed awakens. He decides that he has to win this camera at any cost. To participate in the event, Dong-gu needs a partner, and Yoon-na has gone out to talk on a call. By the time she comes back, the time to participate will be over. So Dong-gu now starts pleading with the chef to be his partner. The chef says, "Are you out of your mind? I will not do such a thing." Dong-gu again starts to beg, "Man, please get me this camera." Now the chef also has to agree to his words, and then the couple's game starts. On the other hand, ever since Seo-jin has stopped Joon-ki from playing and doing absurd antics, he has started to stay very sad. Do-shik is also confused as to why Joon-ki has suddenly changed so much. There, Dong-gu and the chef somehow win the game, but while playing the game, their condition has deteriorated a lot. That's why, as soon as they come home, they fall asleep in the same place due to fatigue. And seeing them, everyone starts to think that these two are having an affair and they are gay. The next morning when Joon-ki wakes up, his health is very bad. The doctor says that he is going through a lot of trauma. Seo-jin says that for a few days, I have stopped him from playing children's games. The doctor also says that yes, this could be the reason for this trauma. Seo-jin says, "What do you mean I should let him ruin his life by doing all this?" The doctor says that you don't have any other solution either. If his stress doesn't decrease, he could even die. So Seo-jin now tells Joon-ki that you can start your nonsense again. I will not stop you because there is nothing more important to me than you. Hearing this, Joon-ki becomes very happy and starts doing Joker-like antics in the hospital, on which everyone laughs a lot. After this, these two madmen start playing games together, and Joon-ki, who was sick a little while ago, gets completely fine. The spring season has arrived. Dong-gu shares his plan to change the interior design of his guest house with Seo-jin. They are also looking at some guest house designs when Seo-jin gets a message from Joon-ki. He asks Seo-jin to meet him outside the house. Seojin also makes an excuse and leaves, but after a while, Donggu also follows her, and when he doesn't see Seojin anywhere, he says in anger, "This time Seojin has deceived me," and left. "If I catch her with Junki, I will kill them both." Donggu's words are also reaching their ears, and both of them are trembling with fear. After this, Yoon-na gets an offer to go on a trip from the bakery academy, which is from the chef. But Yoon-na decides not to go because of Seoul and the guest house work. So Seojin says everyone at home will take care of Seoul. You go on the trip. Donggu is also listening to all this, and he starts to get agitated thinking that if Yoona goes with the chef, what will happen to me? Now, out of this fear, he says that I have also planned a trip, and Yoon-na will now go with us. Seo-jin and Joon-ki had already made a plan to go on a trip last night. They are both going on a trip alone, so Seo-jin lies to Donggu, "I can't go with you all. I have a lot of work in my office." From there, Joon-ki also makes an excuse, "I also have to go for a shoot." Now, Donggu once again suspects these two that they definitely have a plan. So Seo-jin says, "If you don't trust us, then here's my phone. Call the office and ask if I have work or not." Donggu is also about to make the call, but then he changes his mind and agrees with Seo-jin. The next day, when everyone is leaving for the trip, Seo-jin leaves before them, making the excuse of office work. For the trip, Joon-ki takes Seo-jin in his old car, which is showing its worth by stopping every half an hour. Whatever Do-shik and So-ah did in the car yesterday, its smell has spread throughout the car. Seo-jin asks what kind of smell is coming, to which Joon-ki says that ever since So-ah and Do-shik sat in the car, this smell has been coming from all sides. After a while, they reach their destination, where they stay in a guest house to stay. Seo-jin comes to the room and thinks of putting on a little more makeup, because today, she is going to drive Joon-ki crazy with her beauty. But from outside the room, she hears someone's voice, which is familiar. Seo-jin starts to think whose voice this is, then she realizes that it is Yoon-na and So-ah's voice, meaning they are also going to stay at this place for vacation. Seo-jin now quickly covers herself with a sheet and goes to sleep to escape. Seo-jin's condition has become bad due to fear that now my truth will be revealed to everyone. Here, Joon-ki is also lying in his room thinking that this is my first trip with Seo-jin, and we will enjoy a lot, when he also suddenly starts hearing the voice of Donggu and Do-shik from outside the room. He also starts listening to this voice carefully when Do-shik and Donggu come into the room, seeing whom he also hides his head inside the blanket. Now they have come to stay in a guest house to save money, so everyone will have to share a room. Donggu tells everyone that we should first see this guest house. Only then, we will be able to take tips from the owner here and improve our guest house. As soon as they leave the room, Joon-ki goes to Seo-jin's room to find her, and Seo-jin goes to Joon-ki's room to find him. As soon as Seo-jin comes into the room, Do-shik and Donggu also come from there. Actually, ever since Do-shik has come, he has been vomiting and just feels like sleeping. To escape from these two, Seo-jin remains hidden in the blanket, and here Joon-ki also has to hide seeing Yoon-na and So-ah coming. But So-ah's camera is missing from the room. Everyone thinks that this person in the blanket must have taken the camera, so Donggu starts asking if you have seen the camera. If Joon-ki says anything, he will be caught, so he starts signaling with his hand that I have not taken it. Seeing him signaling again and again, Donggu removes his blanket and everyone is shocked to see him. He also starts saying, "How are you guys here? I came here for a shoot." Donggu says that we are all here, only Seo-jin is missing. I wish she were here with us. Hearing this, Joon-ki is scared inside that if he sees Seo-jin by mistake, only my dead body will return from this trip. Donggu sees a rope in the hall, so he starts pulling the rope hard. But on the wall above, the guest house owner is cleaning with the help of a rope, and because of Donggu, he falls from above. He gets very hurt. So this owner now tells Donggu, "You help me now. I am injured, so you guys do all the work here in my place, and you guys will also have to prepare food." Because of Donggu's mistake, now these people have to work here too. For this, So-ah taunts Donggu a lot. "You were saying that you brought us here to have fun, but you are making us work here." Then Donggu and Yoon-na go out to get groceries. Seeing the opportunity, Joon-ki also goes to Seo-jin to get her out of the room. But Do-shik is not leaving the room. Joon-ki tries every trick to convince him. He also asks to play a game, but Do-shik does not agree. For grocery shopping, Yoona and Donggu start acting as husband and wife. Because of this, the shopkeepers are giving them a discount on everything, and they are having a lot of fun getting things for free. Donggu also buys a hairpin for Yoon-na and puts it on with his own hands, making the excuse that this will keep your hair from coming on your face and you will be able to work properly. Yoon-na also likes it very much, because for so many days, somewhere in her heart, feelings for Donggu had developed. After this, they go to eat food, where Yoon-na starts drinking wine and she gets a little drunk. Here, Joon-ki is grilling meat for the guests. Joon-ki remember that maybe Seo-jin is also hungry. But in the room, Do-shik is sitting coiled up. He can't even talk to Seo-jin because of this. He tries to take Do-shik out of the room again, but he starts shouting at him. Now, Joon-ki takes meatballs in a glass. So, asks him for whom he is taking this. So Joon-ki says that, I have seen some hungry cats here. I feel pity for them, and I will feed them this food. Now he secretly gives food to Seo-jin while hiding from Do-shik. But as he is leaving, Do-shik asks where the cup in your hand has gone. To save himself, Joon-ki says that I have made it disappear with magic. Do-shik gets very excited. He says, please man, show me the magic again. Joon-ki says, I don't do it again and again, and doing magic is not that easy either. In the meantime, Seo-jin messages Joon-ki and asks him to bring more food. So he tells Do-shik that, okay, I will bring the cup from downstairs, and then I will also show you all the magic. He now repeatedly brings food and gives it to Seo-jin from behind, and Do-shik thinks that all the food is disappearing. There, in a drunken state, Yoona asks Dong-gu to play hide-and-seek, and when Dong-gu doesn't agree, she goes and hides in the vegetable market. Dong-gu finds her, but she starts trying to run again. Then Dong-gu brings her to the car, but then she starts talking emotionally to Dong-gu. She says, I know I bother you a lot, but please don't go away from me and never hate me. Dong-gu remains silent at Yeoncha's word. After eating, Seo-jin is sleeping soundly, snoring. Her hair and clothes are slightly visible to everyone. They start thinking that this man has been sleeping continuously since morning, and he is also wearing clothes like a girl. Joon-ki starts saying that you guys are thinking too much. He must be unisex, but Do-shik and So-ah say that we should check who he is. Joon-ki stops them, but So-ah doesn't listen to him. As she goes to check, half of Seo-jin's face is visible, on which a beard has grown. So-ah thinks there is no point in checking him, because beards are only for boys. From there, Do-shik says, but here, Seo-jin also has a beard. So-ah says she is an exception. Not every girl will like a beard. Over there, Yoon-na has fallen asleep in the car. So Dong-gu picks her up in his arms and brings her to the room. And after a while, when Yoon-na wakes up, her intoxication has also worn off. Then we see Yoon-na's chef there. Seeing him, Dong-gu's anger gets high. He says he has followed us here. But the chef says, no, this guest house belongs to my friend. On the other hand, So-ah is thinking of going out for a photo shoot. But amidst all this, Joon-ki is in tension about how to get Seo-jin out of the room. So-ah and Do-shik go down to the hall to see the guests. So Joon-ki gets a chance to get Seo-jin out of there. He is about to leave the room with Seo-jin when he sees Do-shik sitting outside the room. Now they have no other way to get out of the room, so Joon-ki puts Seo-jin in So-ah's bag. Somehow he is taking the bag out of the guest house, but So-ah sees him with the bag. She asks what he is doing with her bag. Joon-ki says, I want to help you with the photo shoot, so I am taking the bag out. Now Joon-ki takes one bag, and Do-shik takes the other bag, which has clothes in it. Joon-ki is thinking that I have to save Seo-jin from everyone somehow. So Ah gets all the clothes from one bag shot, but as soon as she asks to open the other bag, Joon-ki says, I will not give you this bag. So Ah says, are you out of your mind? My expensive and new dresses are in it. You should give me my bag. Joon-ki now directly picks up the bag and starts running, and Do-shik and So-ah run after him. But Joon-ki hides in a corner with the bag, and Do-shik and So-ah go on a different path looking for him. Joon-ki now opens the bag to get Seo-jin out, but Seo-jin is not in it. This means he has picked up the wrong bag in a hurry. Joon-ki is very sad, shouting Seo-jin's name. He starts looking for So-ah and Do-shik. There, the chef's friends are getting bored, so they decide to play some game. On this, Dong-gu, to become a hero, asks everyone to play volleyball, but everyone finds his idea useless because everyone wants to play some indoor games. Then they play an expression game, in which Dong-gu and the chef will try to understand Yoon-na's expression. And every time in this game, the chef wins by reading Yoon-na's expression, and Dong-gu is not able to guess a single expression of Yoon-na correctly, which insults him in front of everyone. Then everyone gets hungry, so once again, this Dong-gu starts cooking to show himself better than the chef. But the chef also cooks more tasty food to get Yoon-na's attention. In front of the chef's food, Dong-gu's food is very bland. No one eats his food, so Yoon-na understands that Dong-gu has become sad. So she doesn't waste Dong-gu's food and eats it. Do-shik and So-ah come back to the guest house in the evening because the photo shoot could not happen because of Joon-ki. And Joon-ki also arrives behind them to take the bag. He asks So-ah to give him the bag, to which she says, are you crazy? After taking one bag, you want the other one too, but I will not give you this bag at any cost. Jun-ki starts snatching the bag from So-ah, and due to the snatching, the bag falls into the water, which makes So-ah shout that he has dropped my new dresses in the water. And Jun-ki is very scared, so he jumps into the water and starts taking Seo-jin out of the water, calling her name, Do-shik. And So-ah start thinking why Jun-ki is suddenly taking Seo-jin's name. Has he really gone mad? Jun-ki immediately opens the bag and asks Seo-jin if she is okay, if anything has happened to her. Seo-jin says, I am fine. So-ah and Do-shik are shocked at how Seo-jin got into this bag. Do-shik starts thinking that Jun-ki has put Seo-jin in this bag with his magic. So-ah tells him this is not some magic. The reality is something else that we don't know. From there, Dong-gu also comes, who sees these two and understands that these people have… As soon as he sees her, Jun-ki gets quite scared. He now shaves Seo-jin himself. He says, I will always support you and also shave you. Meanwhile, Yoon-na is going to the bakery today in Jun-ki's old car, but she hits someone. Then, after taking him to the hospital, it is found that this man's leg is fractured. He now asks Yoon-na to pay 300 for her mistake. Yoon-na gets very scared about where she will get so much money. Yoon-na doesn't tell anyone at home about the accident, but when Yoon-na is busy with work, she gets a call from the same man, and Dong-gu receives the call. After which Dong-gu goes to the hospital and says, we can't give you so much money. So this man starts threatening to call the police. Dong-gu asks for help from all his friends for money, but no one gives him money. And lastly, this Dong-gu goes to the chef for help. As soon as the chef finds out that Yoon-na had the accident, he rushes to the hospital in panic. But before they arrive, the police have already reached here to arrest this man, because this man has done all this drama to get money. There was no injury to his leg, and he had already committed many thefts, which is why the police were after him. After this matter, Dong-gu realizes that the chef is much better than me. He can take care of Yoon-na because he is rich. The next day, the chef takes Yoon-na to a restaurant. Today, he is going to propose to Yoon-na. Just then, Yoon-na's hairpin gets lost, the same hairpin that Dong-gu had gifted her. Yoon-na becomes very sad. The chef also doesn't like that Yoon-na has become so sad for the hairpin given by that Dong-gu. He understands very well that Yoon-na has feelings for Dong-gu in her heart. So without telling her his heart's desire, he tells Yoon-na that you have feelings for Dong-gu in your heart and you are not accepting this fact. And I think Dong-gu also likes you very much, so you two should be together. Hearing the chef's words, Yoon-na understands that yes, I have also started to like Dong-gu. Yoon-na then goes home and tells Dong-gu that I have started to love you. Hearing this, Dong-gu is shocked, because he never thought that a good girl like Yoon-na would love me. Do-shik is in shock thinking that everyone has a girlfriend, only I am alone. On this, Jun-ki says, you just date this So-ah. Do-shik says, no brother, I will never date her. So-ah says, yes, so who is going to date you? My days are not that bad. In the next scene, Dong-gu brings Yoon-na to the amusement park. They both take a ride. So Dong-gu, acting cool, starts shouting loudly. But after a while, when the speed of the ride increases, he starts crying like a child in Yoon-na's lap. The ride has to be stopped quickly, and after all this, he vomits in Yoon-na's lap. Then Dong-gu comes back with Yoon-na. So he becomes sad thinking that today, Yoon-na has not spoken to Dong-gu properly even once. Dong-gu understands that Yoon-na doesn't really like me. Dong-gu then goes to the store to get a cold drink for Yoon-na, and sitting there, he starts cursing himself that I am not worthy of Yoon-na. That's why she doesn't love me. Here, Yoon-na is waiting for him. Just then, she gets a call from Seo-jin. Yoon-na now starts telling Seo-jin what is in her heart, that I am so nervous in front of Dong-gu that I can't even talk to him. Dong-gu hears all this. He can't control himself and starts crying. Yoon-na asks, what happened? So Dong-gu says, I thought you didn't like me. You will leave me and go now. Now Yoon-na also starts telling her heart's desire to calm Dong-gu down, after which Dong-gu becomes happy, and they both go home together. Here, Do-shik is now busy attracting a friend of So-ah. This time, So-ah feels a little bad, because Do-shik used to do every work on So-ah's command, but now he has started to obey her friend. His friend rejects Do-shik's proposal and slaps him in public before leaving. Coming home, Do-shik lashes out at So-ah because she was the one who gave him the idea to propose in public. So, Ah wanted Do-shik's friend not to accept the proposal. Then, another rotten idea comes into So-ah's empty mind. She starts designing clothes herself for her online mall, which are very ridiculous. And first of all, she forcibly makes Do-shik wear her designed clothes, in which he looks like a creature from another world. Seeing his look, Dong-gu and Jun-ki start laughing loudly and say, brother, you look like an alien. How did this So-ah get the idea to design such useless clothes? Truly, she is still as stupid as ever. So-ah comes from there, so they also stop taunting. So-ah says, why did you all go quiet as soon as I came? Weren't you guys bad-mouthing me? They also say, "Oh no, we were praising the dress designed by you. Truly, Do-shik looks good in it." Hearing this, So-ah also makes them wear the same alien shirt. Now all three of them look like aliens, which makes Seo-jin and Yoon-na laugh a lot. She brings Do-shik in front of the public in this look so that the design becomes famous. Everyone is laughing at Do-shik. She sends Dong-gu to work in these clothes, saying that your designed dress can become famous at your workplace too. Everyone is very troubled by his clothes, and to make So-ah feel good, Do-shik orders 5 dresses from a fake ID, which at first makes So-ah happy that her designs are selling. But after a while, she finds out that Do-shik himself is buying her dress. After understanding the whole reality, So-ah understands that my dress is very bad. Then we see Dong-gu has brought Yoon-na on a date, but suddenly Yoon-na's ex, who is also Seol's real father, comes to Yoon-na. She gets very emotional seeing him and asks him to leave from there. This man starts apologizing to Yoon-na for his mistakes and also asks to come back into her life. Yoon-na clearly says that, "I now love Dong-gu, and he will also be my child's father." So-ah has started to see Do-shik as somewhat different lately, meaning nowadays, as soon as she sees Do-shik, she starts to fall in love with him. She gets confused about how a beautiful girl like me can like this Do-shik. The next morning, Yoon-na's ex comes home, which makes Dong-gu very upset now. Dong-gu thinks that he might take Yoon-na and Seol away from me. This man tells Yoon-na, "Whether you accept me or not, in reality, I am Seol's father. Please, Seol is my child. Let me meet her." Yoon-na says, "Where were you then, when Seol and I were surviving in great difficulty? We stumbled from door to door, but you didn't come to save us then." Coming from the office, Dong-gu brings a toy for Seol, but on coming home, he sees that many toys are already there. Do-shik says that all these toys have been sent by Seol's father. Now Dong-gu starts to feel bad. He hides his toy because the toys brought by Seol's father were many, and poor Dong-gu feels embarrassed to show one toy. Dong-gu thinks that he is not worthy of taking Seol's responsibility. After all this, Yoon-na's ex-boyfriend contacts Dong-gu and calls him to meet, saying, "Please, give me Yoon-na and Seol. Orcus still love Yoon-na very much." At this, Dong-gu gets angry and says harsh things to him. "Whatever happens, I will not give up Yoon-na and Seol." Next, Do-shik has found out that So-ah likes him. Then Joon-ki messages Dong-gu and Do-shik to a place where he has now decided to live. From now on, Joon-ki will not live in Dong-gu's guest house, as Seo-jin had said. Actually, Joon-ki was just busy with his work. He started to ignore Seo-jin in front of his work, so Seo-jin, after being very hurt, broke up with Joon-ki. He shares these things with Dong-gu and Do-shik in a drunken state. In Seo-jin's story, So-ah and Yoon-na tell the whole story of the breakup, that Joon-ki doesn't love me that much, so I broke up. The next day, Yoon-na goes to return all the toys and also tells her ex that, "I really love Dong-gu very much, so please let me and Seol live happily. Stop chasing us now." This time, this man also understands Yoon-na's point. On the other hand, Do-shik and So-ah put Seo-jin in the car, and then after getting her hand stuck in the glass, they take her to Joon-ki's press conference. Actually, when Joon-ki was busy shooting, giving less time to Seo-jin, a small role of his became very famous, and the conference is for that. But after a while, after listening to Joon-ki's nonsense, all the people run away, because no one is interested in Joon-ki's talk. After the people leave, Joon-ki starts to persuade Seo-jin, saying, "Whatever you say, I will do that now. So please just love me." Seeing these two romantic, Do-shik and So-ah, also start to think about each other, and today, they both go on their first date. Everyone is out, so Dong-gu plans a surprise for Yoon-na at home, because the next morning Dong-gu has to go to Dubai for work. In the morning, while leaving the house, when Dong-gu is saying bye to everyone, Seol calls Dong-gu from behind, saying, "Dad," which makes Dong-gu very emotional, and he says, "Seol, your dad will be back soon, and I'm going to miss you a lot there." After this scene, we are shown a scene directly after 3 months. This Dong-gu is directing a film in which Joon-ki is in the lead role, and this Do-shik is an alien. So Ah is the heroine of the movie, and Seo-jin is shooting with a camera. So Ah brings home-cooked food for everyone at this time. But during the shooting, everyone starts to argue a lot among themselves. The script of the movie has been prepared by Do-shik, so no one is understanding any line. They are busy fighting when the security guard is coming to catch them from there. Actually, Dong-gu has started shooting at this place without a permit. To escape from them, they run, and the drama ends right there.